Test, test.
Test, test. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the 5th annual campus-wide undergraduate research conference. I think I've met almost all of you. My name is Zithlaly and I'm the coordinator of undergraduate research. Since our first conference in 2019, we hosted a total of 33 oral presentations, 2 performances, and 14 poster presentations of student work in various formats: in person, live, virtual, recorded, so forth. This year, we're adding to that count with a robust program. As you can see here, it's robust. I'm proud of you all, and I'm proud to share these presentations with you today. I think you're going to be informed and impressed. Before I introduce our keynote and get this conference underway, I'd like to make some announcements. The oral presentation sessions, which will begin in about 30 minutes, will be presented in this room. Some of them are live and some are recordings, but all will be live streamed. Links for the sessions can be found on the conference website. You can browse all the sessions, or you can go into each individual session and click on View Live Stream. After the conference is over, those recordings will be posted instead of Zoom. So you will be able to watch them again if you want to. If you're in the room and you have questions for presenters, please use this microphone. I'll bring it to you so everyone can hear you in person and virtually. And if you're online, please use the chat to ask your questions, or raise your hand and unmute yourself to ask the question out loud. Our poster sessions will take place in the hallway just outside this room. They will not be live streamed. So you may visit presenters during their sessions, or you can post encouraging comments on their individual conference pages, which again are on this screen. The full schedule is online, or it's available as a printed program at the registration table out front. I encourage you to grab one of these because they are very nice, and they have good information on them, like how you can get involved on campus in undergraduate research. Thank you, Doctor. And on the back is a conference survey, which I'm asking all presenters, attendees, faculty to fill out so that we can improve conferences going forward. I will be posting links to this, and the link is also under conference evaluation on this site. So hopefully everything you have here will also be here, but this is nice to have. For our attendees, for our student presenters and our faculty volunteers, we have a refreshments lounge in Seminar B. It will be up all day, so you can go get snacks and drinks, coffee, water, soda, tea, all the things that help boost your energy all day during the conference. Our awards announcements today are scheduled for 4:30 in this room, shortly after the last poster presentation. Everyone is invited. This year, we are pleased to host for the first time a community read essay contest winner. So that'll be exciting. Please come. To our faculty evaluators, please email me or hand me your evaluations following the end of each session so we can have all rubrics calculated as soon as possible. And to students who are named winners, please stick around shortly after the announcements to have your picture taken and to fill out some paperwork so you can receive your monetary award. Let's see. There are also printed surveys. I didn't say this. There's a printed survey up here if you're not interested in using your phone to do the evaluation or your computer online. There are printed ones up front and at this table. And lastly, before we get started, I have some thank yous. So to the planning for this one day has been months in the making. So I'd like to thank the people who helped me with that. First of all, the members of the Undergraduate Research Advisory Committee, thank you for your involvement, for continually improving this and all of UR programming. Thanks to Fan Memorial Library staff, particularly Shell Shaw and Audrey Littlejohn, who's out front, who've been instrumental in acquiring materials, navigating policies, and communicating our efforts across campus. Thank you so much. And thank you to our library student worker, Justin Hampton, who helped assemble conference materials and 3D printed all of the bookmarks that you saw out front. So grab yourself a bookmark and thank you, Justin. Thanks to all the faculty who volunteered support to our students by encouraging them to submit and by lending us their time and expertise to evaluate presentations today. But the biggest thank you goes to our students who are here to support their classmates, who have volunteered to make today possible, and who are sharing their work with us. We wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much. I am continually impressed and amazed by you, and I look forward to seeing what you have worked on today. Now, I'm going to introduce our keynote speaker. Zithlaly Amezquita is a W alum, class of 2022 from Eckery, Mississippi, and she's currently a second-year physiology graduate student at Louisiana Health Sciences in Shreveport. She was a 2021 W Summer Scholar, researching expressions, I'm going to try to say this right, of the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator. And Dr. Head is left. Did I say that right, Z? Okay. And she was awarded Best Overall Presentation at the 2022 Undergraduate Research Conference. She enjoys spending time with her family and friends, especially when there's coffee involved. I agree. And she is going to talk to us today about how undergraduate research influenced her. Thank you for joining us today. To you all and to Z. Z, I'm going to turn my screen and my microphone over to you.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Is it sharing well? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Let me let this move. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Zithlaly. I'm Amezquita, as you mentioned, and usually go by Z. She already mentioned this, but I was a student at the W and a Dr. Head Lab member as well, but now I'm currently studying cellular and molecular physiology at LSU Health. And today I'll just be talking a little bit about how undergraduate research influenced me, but mostly how it influenced my career decisions as I was an undergrad. So starting off, I know you hear a lot that I know y'all, if they're students, you hear a lot like it's important to build that professor and mentor relationship, which is very important. To me, I found that research really helped me in this, or it made it really a lot easier to build those mentor and professor relationships, either by going and asking them questions about what I was having difficulties with, or just getting advice, but it wasn't either like a one-way conversation with me starting them. It was also, I realized looking back at it, that it also started with them. If they knew that you were in research or that you were actively participating, they would be curious and then they would start questioning you. And so relationships would form from those simple questions and start asking them. And of course, we know that those are important later on as you start to build your resumes or that you want to apply for future studies, such as I did going into graduate school as well. But another aspect that I think it really helped me in, that as you all know, that when we're going into freshman year, we think we know what, or a majority of us go in already knowing what we had planned for a career, either going pre-dentistry, pre-medical, or such as that. And then we start taking classes and then we're realizing that, oh, maybe I like this subject more than the other, or maybe this is the science that I'm really mostly enjoying. And in the same way, I think that research helped me weed out my interest in that what I was looking for, especially for me when I was in biology. So as we know, biology has like a lot of categories and there's a lot of subcategories. So being in research, I was really able to pin down that I really enjoyed biomedical research and science, and that was the one that I wanted to focus in. So I think participating in that aspect really helped me, which I think it's really important, narrow down the career path that you want to go down as, and this applies not just to biology, but also other majors that participate in research, which can be all of them. And as we know, participating in research provides us with skills, not only hard skills, but soft skills that not only are applicable to research, but they can be used for other jobs as well. For example, you're learning troubleshooting or how to better do note taking as well, which is some that I learned. But you also get like those bench skills if you're in biology with running those biological essays and just learning how to persevere when they keep failing on you or keep going, but also time management, being able to communicate effectively, and so many more. Again, this is just like a small bit of how much research has influenced me in undergrad to help me now where I am. But it has been really helpful, at least. And when I was thinking of these three bullet points, they were the ones that came up to me on the spot. And I think they're the ones that are the most impactful, especially in undergrad, I would say, to think. And then so then what are the other like opening doors moment that undergraduate research provided for me? As I don't know if that's blocking you, but the W offered so many opportunities as well to do research as a summer scholars, which I'm pretty sure they're still doing that, but I was able to participate in that because I had joined a lab or I was interested in doing research, and they offer those opportunities for you to go in. And then when you're doing that, you also can get some small funding to then go to traveling conferences, which is fun because you're getting to present your hard work, your research that you're doing, as well as participating in outreach opportunities, which again, in a way, it also helped me in narrowing down that career path because outreach is mostly teaching or showing others what you are doing. And so for a while, I thought I was interested in teaching, but as I kept going, I was narrowing down more of what I did like to do or what I wouldn't in my career. But overall, especially important is that I was able to apply to graduate school with the end of all this research that I was doing and that I was able to finish, which was great because then I got in and now I'm here trying to get a doctorate degree. And then this is the exciting part I wanted to add since y'all are about to start sharing your research in just a moment, but y'all had worked hard for this. And I know for me, at least, the poster presentations, they could be a little nerve-wracking, but in the end, when you got talking to about it, this was the exciting part because you're seeing how people are interested, you're explaining the importance of your research, and then you're getting to talk about it effectively. So you're going to hear a lot today, and I'm still hearing a lot because I'm doing poster presentations, but you're going to hear, tell us about your research. And at first you can be like a little, I know I would get caught up in the moment and then I was like, what did I do? But then you start communicating it. And I realized that this is important because I am even doing this now. And it's important to be able to communicate those ideas effectively as well. And then also be not as nervous to ask questions if you are going around other posters or when people are asking you questions that you know. And I think looking at this in a retrospective way that I was thinking, I think it's really exciting because you're communicating with this group of people who are interested in your research. But then looking at it today in my own lab meetings, I have this like mini conference I want to think about every time, but it's exciting because we're always sharing our data, we're talking about science, and it's something that we're always excited about, I would say. But I hope you'll have fun today when y'all are doing that. But a little bit about my current research focus. Of course, I had to talk about a little bit of mine that I'm doing now. I am involved in neurovasculature, but specifically within the retinal microcirculation. That is what I will be studying for my PhD degree. Our lab also studies the brain microcirculation, but my PhD will mainly be focused on the retinal or the retinas and the eyes and visions. And I'll be more so focused on the hypertensive retinopathy aspect, which is how hypertension can affect our ability to see vision. But we also have some projects with diabetic retinopathy, which is very common, and with the brain, we're trying to look more into Alzheimer's disease. So I don't know if you can see the picture well, but this is one that my postdoc or my postdoctoral mentor took, and this is the optic nerve here, and this whole picture is the optic disc. But you can see the capillaries in the background, arteries and venules, which is what one of my main focus is now, looking into and seeing how they change or modulate or affect our visions in the long run. And now I have photos of just my current lab, which I'm in the Harris lab. This is my postdoctoral fellows here. I'm working with animals now. I'm working with rats, which I think it's fun. Some people don't find it as fun, but it has been fun for me. And this is just me hanging out with my lab or doing outreach events as well. But that was all. And thank y'all for having me and letting me see y'all once again as well. I hope y'all have fun.
Thank you, Z. Do you have any questions for Z? It's not really planned, just thought, we've got it here, she's got so much wisdom. Z, how are you liking, Shreveport?
It's fun. It's been good.
Great. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll start our oral presentation sessions here at 10:30. Thank you all for coming, and if you have any questions, you know where